The Ilco EZ Code electronic key cutter is designed for cutting automotive, residential, and commercial keys. Using the latest technology, the Ilco EZ Code delivers accuracy, performance, and durability in a self-contained, user-friendly machine, featuring an extensive internal database covering hundreds of commercial and automotive applications. Over 200 popular indirect key code series used by major automotive manufacturers. Straightforward menu prompts to simplify operation and get you going in minutes. Ilco's patented automatic edge detection to enhance accuracy when cutting double-sided keys. Connection for PC interface with optional Create a Key code software, greatly expanding indirect code capability to include commercial keys and vintage automotive applications. The Ilco EZ Code offers 3 modes of key cutting. The first is duplicating an existing key. Next is cutting by card number. Card numbers are electronic data files in the Ilco EZ Code's database, providing cutting specifications for specific key types. You just type in the bitting numbers once the appropriate card number has been selected. Last is cutting by code, also known as indirect code. This allows the operator to originate an automotive key by typing in the appropriate key code obtained from the original vehicle key, vehicle production records, or in the case of a car dealer, from the manufacturer's VIN number. The main power switch is located on the front right corner of the machine. The emergency stop switch is on the left side. Simply hit the button any time to immediately stop the machine. The 2-position vice jaw is located under the shield along with the clamping knob. This vice jaw is designed to securely grip a wide variety of key types. The key gauge, used for positioning keys with the shoulder, is here on the left side of the vice jaw. Also in this area, you will see the aluminum titanium nitride coated cutter wheel. The Ilco EZ Code's control center is the keypad and the LCD screen. For safety, the interlock shield assures the machine will not function unless the shield is down. On the left side of the Ilco EZ Code, you'll see a circuit breaker, providing protection against most major overload scenarios. There's also an SD card slot for updating the software. Updates come on a new SD card, so you simply replace the existing one. The USB port is for connecting a PC to interface with Create a Key code software. Make sure you place the machine on a stable, dry workplace. Due to its weight, we suggest that 2 people do the lifting. Refer to the user manual for additional safety instructions. Retain the shipping carton just in case the machine ever has to be reshipped or returned for repair. Store the tool accessory pack in a safe place with easy access. Plug the machine into a suitable power source. We strongly recommend a power surge suppressor be used. Now, turn the machine on with the main power switch. The switch will light up and the screen will briefly display the version number of the loaded software before moving on to the menu screen. Note: the emergency stop switch must be in the out position in order for the machine to power up. Rotate the knob clockwise to reset if necessary. The vice jaw features 2 clamping positions, A and B, to accommodate the majority of keys without the need for adapters. To change the vice jaw position from A to B, first loosen the clamping knob several turns. This allows you to lift up on both the top and bottom halves of the vice jaw assembly. Once you've lifted the assembly as a unit, rotate it to the B setting. In most cases, the display screen will provide guidance as to which clamping position is most suitable for the key you have selected to cut. Side A of the vice jaw assembly is generally used for clamping single-sided keys and certain double-sided keys that don't have a center groove. Side B is used to clamp the majority of double-sided keys. It features a special V-shaped gripping surface for clamping a key in its center groove. The next step before clamping the key is selecting the proper key stop to position the key laterally in the jaw. There are 3 key stop choices, one for aligning keys with the shoulder, and 2 positions for alignment using the tip of the key. The correct choice for a given key will appear on the LCD display screen, and is also listed in the accompanying reference guide. Key stop 0 is used only for positioning keys that have shoulders. Rotate the machine's key gauge upward. While maintaining this contact, tighten the clamping knob to secure the key, then rotate the key gauge back down to its original position. It's very important to return the key gauge to the fully down position before continuing. If you don't, the stepper motor won't allow the cutter to engage the key blank, and you may get an error message. If this happens, you must push the key gauge fully to the down position and push start. Better to make a practice of pushing it fully down every time. Key stops R and W are used only for positioning keys without shoulders. The correct slot will display on the screen. Place the key stop tool in the appropriate slot. Position the key within the vice jaw so that its tip is in contact with the left edge of the key stop tool. While maintaining contact, tighten the clamping knob to secure. Then remove the key stop tool from the vice jaw and set aside. This function enables you to create a duplicate key when an existing key is available. If on a key ring, remove pattern key before proceeding. On the LCD screen, make sure the cursor is beside the Duplicate Key line of the menu. Press Enter, and the screen will prompt you to enter the card number for the key you are trying to duplicate. You can refer to the Ilco EZ Code reference guide to obtain the appropriate card number, or, as an alternative, the Ilco Auto Truck Key Blank reference. Using the keypad, type in the card number for the key you are duplicating and press Enter. The next screen verifies which jaw setting and which key stop position to use. Here it's calling for jaw B, key stop position 0. Loosen and rotate the vice jaw assembly to setting B. Butt the shoulder of the pattern key against the key gauge. Tighten the knob and return the key gauge to its down position. Bring the shield down and press Start. Now the machine will decode the cuts on the pattern key. After the decoding, remove the pattern key. Now insert the appropriate key blank using the same settings, jaw setting B and key stop position 0. Tighten the clamp to lock in the blank key. Rotate the key gauge back down, then lower the safety shield and press the Start button. On single-sided keys, the process is complete and you have a working key. On double-sided keys like this one, Remove the key after finishing the first side. Using the supplied brush, remove all the debris from the jaw surface to be sure it doesn't interfere with positioning the second side of the key. You should also brush off any material that may be sticking to the cutter wheel. Now turn the key over and position it with the same jaw setting and key stop position. Tighten the clamp. Rotate the key gauge back down. Close the safety shield and press the start button once again. Now the key is done and works smoothly in the intended lock. If more than one copy of the key is required, you can elect to make more copies without reinserting the pattern key. We're only making one key, so we'll press Stop to bypass this option. You can also originate an automotive key by typing in the indirect code number associated with a key. We're going to use the code number that comes with the original keys. Often, the manufacturer can provide the code number based on a vehicle's VIN number. To start, you can use the up and down arrow keys to scroll to Cut by Code on the LCD screen, or just press the Code Hot button as a shortcut. Now it's asking for the code number, so we'll need to type in S388G. You'll notice the keypad has both red and black characters. To access the red characters, press the Shift button while pressing the desired key. After entering the key code, press Enter. A list of code series that contain the key code you typed will appear on the display. Use the up and down arrows to move the cursor beside the code series of the key you intend to originate, and press Enter. If you want more detail on a specific code, move the cursor beside the code. Then press and hold the Shift button while pressing the down arrow. In a moment, the screen will show specifics for that code. Then, after a few seconds, it will return you back to where you were. The machine will now retrieve a match to the code number from the code series selected and display the Ilco card number, the bitting or cuts associated, the manufacturer's name, and the possible depths used in the code series involved. After confirming the information on the screen, press Enter, and the screen will display instructions to load the key blank, indicating the jaw setting and key stop position to use. Take the key blank, insert it into the vice jaw as directed, clamp it in place, lower the safety shield, and press the Start button to initiate cutting. When the first side is completed, raise the shield and remove the key. Remember, it's important to clean between cuts. Using the brush provided, clean any shavings from the vice jaw and remove any material sticking to the cutter wheel. Then, clamp the key in place, lower the shield, and press the Start button to continue. Then, remove the finished key. Cutting by bitting number. On the LCD screen, it's identified as Cut by Card. In this method, you enter the cut numbers, called bitting numbers or direct code, once the appropriate cut numbers have been obtained from a printed code book or other source. To select Cut by Card, use the up and down arrows to move the cursor to the selection. Then press Enter. You'll notice two options for card type, Ilco and User. The Ilco card number is the card number obtained from the EZ Code reference guide or the Ilco Auto Truck Key blank reference. The user card number is a card created using the Design a Key menu option. It's covered in the Operation Manual supplement. We're entering card number 262 for this Honda ignition key. Now we press Enter. Please note the same process is used for commercial or automotive keys. The next screen tells you to type in the cuts for the key. We type 33 55 11 31 for the 8 cuts on this ignition key. Press Enter. Ilco EZ Code now knows the exact key we intend to cut and shows us on the LCD screen how to load the key blank. Go ahead and load the key blank on side B, position 0 as instructed. Close the safety shield and press Start to begin the cutting cycle. For this double-sided key, we are now prompted to reinsert the key blank to finish side 2. Remember to clean the vice jaw surfaces first, and also clean the surface of the cutter wheel prior to reinserting the key to cut the second side. This completes the cutting process. The cutter on your Ilco EZ Code machine should be replaced if the following is observed. The cutter begins making more noise when cutting. The machine appears to struggle when cutting keys. There are burrs or visible roughness on cut keys. To change the cutter, always unplug the power cord. With the open-end wrench, hold the pulley end of the cutter shaft. Loosen the cutter nut with the box-end wrench. It's important to remember that the thread is left-handed, so loosen by turning it clockwise. Replace the existing cutter with a new one and then tighten the cutter nut by turning it counterclockwise. Next, you must recalibrate the machine. As with all key cutting machines, the Ilco EZ Code should periodically be checked for proper calibration to assure optimal cutting accuracy. Calibration is required whenever the machine's cutter is replaced or removed, then reinstalled. When cutting accuracy diminishes. After updating the internal software. With the EZ Code machine, calibration is largely automated. Go to the main menu and, using the up and down arrows, scroll to Option 5, Calibration, and press Enter. Then select Auto Calibration from the menu and press Enter. The LCD display now prompts you to use jaw side A to insert the special EZ3 adjustment key with the shoulder against the machine's key gauge, which is position 0. Tighten the EZ3 key in the vice clamp and rotate the key gauge to its down position. Lower the safety shield and press Start to initiate the calibration process. The cutter will make very slight contact with the EZ3 key, and the carriage will then return to the home position. The LCD display now instructs you to reposition the EZ3 key in the W position using the Key Stop tool on side A of the vise. So reposition the EZ3 key. Tighten the clamp, and then remove the Key Stop tool. Lower the safety shield and press Start to continue the calibration process. The cutter again makes very slight contact with the EZ3 adjustment key. The LCD screen then asks if we would like to save the new settings, and we press Enter for Yes to complete the procedure. It is important to discard the EZ3 adjustment keys after using for calibration 3 times. It is also recommended to keep extra EZ3 adjustment keys on hand for future calibration operations. Keep the operational parts of the machine as clean as possible by brushing away metal shavings with the brush provided. Pay special attention to the vice jaws clamping surfaces, because key shavings on those surfaces will prevent the key blank from seating properly in the jaw. Also, clean the cutter wheel surface, as shavings here could result in the electrical contact feature of the machine not working properly and could adversely impact the accuracy of the keys you cut. Vacuum the interior of the machine as necessary to prevent excessive metal shavings buildup. Always unplug the machine before vacuuming. Never use compressed air to clear the work area of shavings, as this may blow them onto the moving parts. Never use oily products or solvents for cleaning painted surfaces, jaws, keypad, or electrical and electronic components. Also, the XY mechanism components should never be lubricated. Instead, simply brush away any key blank shavings that accumulate on its surfaces. Always remember, a clean key machine provides years of reliable service. Each time the Ilco EZ Code is powered up, the currently installed database version is briefly displayed on the LCD screen. Periodically, new software is sent out for updating the Ilco EZ Code's internal database, adding new codes and card numbers as new locking systems are introduced. Updating a code machine has never been easier. Simply unplug the power cord and remove the cover plate on the left side of the machine. Take out the old SD card and replace it with the new SD card, contact side up. Then reinstall the cover plate and plug in the power cord. Then press and hold the Shift key as you turn on the power switch. Don't release the Shift key until text appears on the LCD screen. Now the new program will begin loading into the machine. When updating is complete, the carriage will move slightly and the main menu will appear on the display screen, indicating the machine is fully updated. That's all there is to it. No connecting to a computer or logging onto the internet. That's why we call it Ilco EZ Code. As a final step, you should recalibrate the machine after updating its internal database. The Ilco EZ Code key machine and software provide many additional features that are beyond the intended scope of this video. Among them, patented key edge detection and taper compensation, user-defined cutting parameter input, create a key code software interface capability. Most of these are exclusive technology to Ilco EZ Code and unavailable with any other product. It's why the Ilco EZ Code yields performance and accuracy, reliability, and ease of use for today's keys and beyond. For more information or technical assistance with your new Ilco EZ Code, contact CABA Ilco at 1-800-334-1381. To connect with our Technical Assistance Department, select Option 8.